Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to another EVG Uncensored. This video is going to be a response to an email I received about my partnership with Aetna Insurance. So let me read you the question here and I will give you my response. So this comes from Tomsky, who has been very active in the EcoVeganGal community. He said, I see you did a Q&A with Aetna. I'm sure it was a great platform to get your message out, but isn't this against the EVG mantra? Health insurance companies actively block equal coverage for Americans every chance they get. I thought the food is my healthcare shirt, which I'm wearing right now, which was all about making your own way and not relying on the big companies to take your money and overall deny you service. If there was equal coverage, more people would look into preventative medicine and self-reliance and overall eat organically to be healthier in general. The current system has a pill for every ill. They have been fighting certain diseases for decades and don't make any progress on them when other people see that self-care is the way to go. I feel that the EVG message was about making healthy choices and not relying on a business to dictate how healthy you are. I definitely feel like it is going against all things Eco-Vegan Gal. Well, obviously, I disagree. I don't believe this is going against all things Eco-Vegan Gal, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. And this is something that is a very interesting thing. When you get to a point in a career where things are expanding and more people are wanting to partner up, companies want to partner up, this is just something that starts to happen. And it's a very delicate balance of trying to figure out what you're going to do and how to stay in integrity with it. And to be honest, the reality is it's not black and white, and I've come across this many times. Last year I did a very small, simple video on Silk. They had, what was it, a soy latte, and Silk is a very big company. They haven't made the best choices as a brand. They're partnered with an even bigger company that's I think they're owned by a dairy company, and they use refined sugars in some of their products and not completely organic, yet GMO soy it is. So that was a little challenging to make that decision, but overall I felt that I wanted to expand the message to more people and show how accessible vegan foods are, and also give a little bit of a background on the good things that Silk is doing. Also last year I partnered up with Ford during the Fiesta movement, and that was another challenge because obviously driving cars is not the most environmentally friendly choice. However, the car that I was using during the program was one of their most fuel efficient models, and to this day I found long afterwards I still think it's one of the best choices price-wise for fuel economy cars. I learned so much. I was able to spread so much of the message of Eco-Vegan Gal and just reach a bigger audience, create better content through that. And now here I am with Aetna. And I've actually worked with Aetna a few times. I'm surprised Tomsky maybe is just noticing that, but I've done a few different partnerships with them. I did a video and I've done some different campaigns. So here is what's going on with that. So Aetna is, yes, a health insurance company, but they do have a separate campaign called What's My Healthy, and that's what I've been part of. Now, of course, that is directly related to their insurance company, but it's not necessarily in your face promoting health insurance. It's actually very focused on promoting health from many different angles. And I've worked with them, Jason Robel has worked with them, a number of celebrities and various people from different realms, fitness people, chefs, all sorts of people have worked with Aetna and this What's Your Healthy platform, and I got a really good feeling about it. So that is probably the number one thing that I try to pay attention to, is what is my first gut reaction. I have to be honest, with the Silk partnership to this day, there's something about it that doesn't make me feel that great, and I went against that. And overall I got a good response from that video, but I, in hindsight, probably wouldn't choose to do that project with them. forged though was I had a little bit of an unsure feeling at first, but once I got into the process, I saw all the benefits of working with them, again, from spreading the message purpose. And so I went with it, and I don't regret that whatsoever. And I've really never regretted working with Aetna at all. The people that I've worked with have been phenomenal. The response has been good. They've represented me properly. And I think that they're really giving me an opportunity to speak my truth. They're not editing what I say, and that is the most important thing. I'm not selling out in the sense that I'm choosing my words carefully to go to their message. I really only want to work with brands that allow me to get across this main message here. And Eco Vegan Gal is a big, vast message. I'm really trying to hone it in a little bit more and get very specific. But overall, Eco Vegan Gal is about helping, inspiring people, I should say, inspiring people to look at life differently and see different possibilities, to realize how much power and control they have, to realize that they can take control over their health, they can make a huge impact on the environment, and they can do better things for other people and animals, which thus creates more harmony and peace in our world. I want people to feel their best, look their best, live the longest, treat every living creature with respect here. And I do that by first of all, inspiring people, then educating them, and that in turn leads to empowerment. And so with these Aetna projects, it's an amazing platform here. So online, with spreading a message, right? If we just were to stay and speak to the same people all the time, that message would not grow. But my personal philosophy is wanting to reach people outside of that. I don't want to just reach vegans. I don't want to just reach healthy people that are interested in health. I don't want to just reach environmentalists. I want to reach as many people as possible to help expand their minds and bring them in, even if they're not entirely vegan, vegetarian, environmentally friendly, even if they're just trying it, leaning into it, as some people would say. That to me is really important, and that's why many of these big partnerships with brands feel good to me, because my goal is to reach their people. And when it comes to insurance, I think this is actually an amazing thing, because basically I'm able to reach people who are probably thinking of health insurance as being their health care and are not thinking about food being their health care. And so if I can spread my message and they go to my website, maybe they see these t-shirts, maybe they start watching videos, maybe they become part of the Facebook community, they start thinking outside that box. So the fact that a health insurance company is letting me bring my message to their audience is amazing. And in turn, part of my audience is probably going to check out their message, but I think it's actually important. I have spoken about health insurance in the past on this channel, and it's a very challenging, confusing thing. At this point, I still don't have insurance. It's even with the Obamacare thing, it just didn't become a priority for me and where I wanted to put my money at this time. I do want to get accidental health insurance and some sort of coverage, but I still feel like our healthcare system has a long way to go. However, there are some really great companies out there, Aetna being one of them. There's at least one other one. And, they're really making strides to try to be a better health insurance and healthcare. Sure, there's big money. Sure, there's big corporations. Whenever there's money involved, there's going to be some sort of maybe mixed priorities or mixed messages going on there. However, I want to support the people who are trying their best. And in the case of Aetna, they really do care about health. They really do care about spreading different messages, reaching different groups. They want to educate people. They don't want to just take their money and have them go see doctors. And they full know what my message is. They know about my shirts. They know about what I stand for, and yet they're still open to me being part of their message. To me, that is huge. If we can get more companies like this to realize the power of plant-based eating, the power of being, whole foods and less refined foods, and using exercise and using other things outside of the medical system to live the longest life possible, that's amazing. I mean, we're making huge strides there. So I feel very confident as of right now. I cannot predict what's going to happen in the future. I don't have a long-term contract with Aetna. I've worked with them on a case-by-case basis, and it's lasts like a few weeks to a month, and then that's it. So I'm not committing long-term to this, and I'm very careful. So I fully believe that this is within integrity of my message. And I understand it's not going to be fit for everyone. If somebody is completely against health insurance companies, hey, that's your deal. And maybe Eco Vegan Gal as it grows is not going to be within alignment with what you're thinking. But my philosophy is that we need to think big picture. We should be trying to spread this message far and wide if we want to make a difference. Being open, being extending the community, and congratulating companies for doing better jobs, for taking steps in the right direction is so important. If we, as I've talked about time and time again, if we focus on what people as individuals and what businesses are not doing as opposed to what they are doing, I feel like we're going in the wrong direction there. But if we're applauding them for their strides, if we're being part of that and encouraging them and pushing them in the right direction there, hey, I think we can make a bigger difference as much faster than if we were to only focus on the absolutes. Time and time again, my message is progress, not perfection. And so for me, getting involved with companies in any way I can. If they're open to my message, I'm open to their message, and together we can make a big difference. I would love to hear what everyone has to say, especially Tomsky. I didn't make this video just for him. I would love to hear everyone's perspectives. You guys are part of the community here, and we're going to have different opinions on things, and that's completely fine. I think as long as we're respectful of one another and we're open to hearing the different thoughts of other people, that's really important there, because we're considering different sides of the coin, and that's coming back to the same message here, is not being just one-sided and blocking out people who disagree with us. I don't want to do that. I want to, anytime you guys show concern over something, I'm always going to listen. I want to bring you into the conversation. I want to share my opinion, and we can have that back and forth individually. And the reason I'm making this video and any video is so that we can all talk about it collectively. So please use the comments below, reply to one another, be respectful, but let's see how we can grow and what we can learn and how we can improve each other, businesses, and the whole world little by little. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, visit ecovegangal.com for information, and stay tuned on all the aspects of what's going on over there. And if you're interested in the shirts, there's a link down below in the description field if you would like to sport one and promote. I didn't mention this, but these shirts to me are saying that food is part of healthcare, right? I don't think in our society, unfortunately, because of many different aspects, we can't think that food is our only healthcare. If we get in an accident, what's going to happen? We're going to need doctors involved. We're going to need health insurance to help us pay for coverage, right? And I feel like the system can improve. And using food as your primary health insurance and coverage and care there is great. That's how I live, but I'm certainly not under the belief that that's the only form of healthcare, nor should we necessarily boycott health insurance companies, but help move them in a direction that we would like to see them go, and that's how progress is going to happen. Anyways, looking forward to your comments. See you over at Eco Vegan Gal's Facebook page, hopefully, and other social media places where we can talk. Tomsky's question originated from Twitter, and I asked him to go over to email so I could hear more about it. So whatever medium you want to start a private or open message, public message on, that's all there for you in the description field. You can click on all the links. Get involved, get active, spread the message. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to Tomsky for asking, and I'll see you guys next time.